Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have Future Gohan. This is Tech Future Gohan. This is a character I saw many people excited for this guy to potentially get an EZA and wondering when he would get an EZA, and we do get one during this Worldwide Download Celebration. Let's start by giving him a sticker, and then let's just quickly take a look at the build that I went with this guy. I think that they actually gave this Future Gohan. Oh, his sticker actually looks pretty decent right there with the Super Saiyan Aura. That's nice. I think that this Future Gohan actually got a pretty decent EZA, kind of like considering what he was to what he is now. Now, I did choose to maximize dodge with him. This is a character that, of course, I mean, he's going to get cooked by normals. Future Gohan is one of these dodge or die characters. He has a high chance to dodge, and an additional that has a 30% chance of being a super against an Android or Future Saga enemy. The way they set this EZA Future Gohan up is you want to use him to support Future Saga allies, which he does, and then you want to be fighting an Android or Future Saga enemy, and then we could utilize this guy sort of at full effectiveness, right? So let's go into a fight against either an Android or Future Saga enemy. Of course, we're going to be running a Future Saga team. The only thing, I guess, that can be a bit of a shame is that this guy, he is Super Saiyan Future Gohan. He does have the same name as kind of like the strongest unit on Future, which is Super Saiyan Gohan. So, you know, maybe at some points if we'd want to run LR Future Gohan in slot 2, he could clash a little bit with this guy. But, I mean, to be fair, I guess that they're not really going to share defensive links, right? Because LR Future Gohan doesn't have Prepare for Battle, so, I don't know, it might be able to work out. This guy is like a floating, supporting dodge character, though. I think certainly, at least for like free-to-play players and stuff like that, this guy could be a reasonable run, I think, to kind of have, again, as a floating, supporting character. So, let's hop into a fight, and let's go ahead and see how our boy does. Alright, so here's what I'm talking about, right? So we end up on a rotation where we have, you know, both kind of like Super Saiyan Future Gohans together. And then that could certainly be a little bit of an issue, right? Like, we're going to be running a Future Gohan-centric team. Now, for this showcase, I did want to run Future Gohan's 200% Future team, right? We could run the LR Blue Goku and Vegeta, right? And, of course, Future Gohan is on the 170 there, and we could bring mostly a Future team. But the only thing about that is that would be this guy without a 200%. Of course, we do want to look at him on a 200%. So, all right, we'll just start with this rotation right here. Let's see how we do. So, wait, what is our defense? So, we're at 248. Future Gohan has a pretty strong super attack effect. He massively stacks attack. That's a 100% stack. So, he's going to be able to build up his attack quite a bit from his super attack effect. And he also gets, is it 30%? I think it's 30% defense for 3 turns. So, you'll be able to get that, right? I mean, I guess that's kind of like they're asking you to keep him on rotation there with that. I don't know. Let's see. So he gets 158% attack and even start a turn, 158% attack and even for the first 5 turns. So he is more suited to the Dismal Future Red Zone. Okay. He gets 158% attack and defense when HP is 85% or less, which we don't have active right now. And then another 58% attack and defense when HP is 58% or less, which we also don't have right now. And then he gives Future Saga category allies 2 key 30% attack. And then, of course, we'll have the additional as well as the dodge chance because we're fighting an Android or Future Saga enemy. I look at this guy's EZA, and I think it's pretty good. Like this is exactly what we would want to see from, like, sub-EZA level characters. I'm definitely eager to try out the rest of them, right? We got 4 sub-EZA characters, and I think all 4 of them, they were at least given tools to be effective, right? You know, I don't mind them giving us, you know, kind of like strong defensive mechanics, but making them heavily restricted. I think for kind of like these like free-to-play level characters, well, yeah, kind of. You know, I think that's fine. All right, so there's that. Oh, we do get a super attack right away. All right, well, let's hope we dodge. We do. Okay. I mean, that would have hurt for sure. Remember, Future Gohan is a dodge. He's a true dodge or die character, right? Like, you go into these Dismal Future Red Zone type stages, and he will get smoked if he's getting hit. But, I mean, if he's dodging, you're going to be completely good to go, right? All right, let's just come back with this next turn. All right, one other thing we should keep in mind, right, is that I probably would say I like Intmai, and her, like, her with just a 70% chance to dodge over STR Mai, and the way she's set up where she needs to give you 2 supers to be good defensively. The only thing about that, though, is that, Intmai is supporting Time Travelers, which, remember, future Gohan characters are not on Time Travelers. So, it's only STR Mai that is actually going to be supporting these future Gohan characters. Alright, so we are up to 300k defense right here. Remember, we do have his stack up, right? The 30% defense for 3 turns. His link set, by the way, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Experienced Fighters, Kamehameha, Dismal Future, and Shattering the Limit. We'll have the EZA Future Gohan next to him in 2 seconds here. We can put some damage on Goku Black, it's fine. Alright, so let's just keep the stacks up and stuff like that and see how we're gonna do. Next turn, we should be at a much higher damage for future Gohan, because of course we're gonna have him next to an... Oh, nice super attack dodge. We'll take that. We're gonna have him next to the other future Gohan, right? The EZA one once he's transformed. So we'll get a bunch of these links activated, and we can kind of see some of the numbers that future Gohan is able to get to. Again, I do think that he's okay. He's a decent character that you could run. You know, you'd want to think of him as kind of like your 6th option on the future team. Probably led by Blue Goku and Vegeta, the Blue Vegito unit. But again, I mean, we could... A lot of times you can get away with LR Future Gohan in slot 1. I think there are some instances where he could take a lot of damage, which isn't too good. But for the most part, LR Future Gohan does work in slot 1 quite a bit. Alright, so we're just continuing on. I guess we'll come back for our next rotation. We'll just keep building future Gohan up. We'll see the next turn, and then after that I might skip way ahead. Like, let's just see what his damage gets up to. Yeah, here's STR Mai, by the way. Thank you, Mai. Okay, yep, very good, very good. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, so we got a nice little rotation right here. We're going to have a lot more of our links activated with the 2 future Gohans. I love that you pretty much just build a full future Gohan team now. So, I mean, from this point on... Okay, so we're up to 469 is the defense that he's up to here. I know that seems like it might be decent, but remember, I mean, with the trajectory of how they're making these fights, this is definitely still dodge or die territory, because he's only getting 30% from his super attack effect when he supers. He's not actually getting, like, you know, a multiplicative, super attack buff from his passive, right? Like, it's like, where he gets, like, 58% attack and even on super or something like that. So, alright, again, we got the general gist of what he's going to do now. Let's see this rotation where we have several of our links activated. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighter, Dismal Future. And then after this, we'll get a turn, you know, we'll skip ahead a little bit. We're on turn 5. Maybe we could see what we do on, like, turn 15 or something like that, right? And just see what future Gohan's damage has jumped up to. Oh, another super attack dodge. Sure, we'll take that. Love that. Gotta love that. Those are always good to see. Alright, yeah, so let's see what Tech Future Gohan is at. I guess he does have the additional buff, too. Like, so we have the buff, the 158% attack, even when HP is below 85%. He can also get a little bit extra stats when HP is below 58% as well. Wow, he's at 8 million already. Okay. I mean, as a dodging support unit, I'll certainly take those, but I mean, that is definitely the effect of massively stacking, right? The fact that he's going to get a permanent 100% attack every single time he supers. Okay, yeah, so we'll cut. We'll come back in a little bit, you know, maybe turn 11 or 12 plus, and see the damage that future Gohan is at, you know, kind of like once we've been around for quite a while, and he's getting these massive stacks in for himself. Alright guys, we have another rotation right here. This is perfect. We're actually below the HP threshold for future Gohan to have his full passive up, right? So again, remember, he gets 158% attack and even start a turn, 158% attack and even under 85% HP, and then 58% attack and defense under 58% HP. He does also have the 158% attack and defense for 5 turns, but obviously that is not up anymore. So here we are with future Gohan at 500k. That's probably going to be the highest, like, number we're going to see from him. Let's just see what his attack stat is right here. Maybe I will give it another turn. or maybe a couple of turns after this, and we'll kind of just, again, continue to see how his attack might stack. All right, there's remember, Future Gohan is stacking as well, so his damage is going to continue to rise and rise and rise. Although, Tech Future Gohan, I mean, his attack stats are probably going to get higher than in Future Gohan. Well, maybe not, because in Future Gohan, he just has additionals built in. So he could just continue to stack just like this, right? Whereas, like, Tech Future Gohan, he does have the one additional built in, but it's only a medium chance of being a super, so probably not going to see it too often. 11.4 right there, yeah. I mean, we could do shenanigans and let Future Gohan build up for quite a while, huh? Alright, we'll come back in a couple more turns and get one final super attack from him. This was a good turn, though, because we had all of his HP portions of his passive activated, which was good. Alright, guys, I figure we'll make this the final rotation right here. This is turn 15. So let's just go ahead and see what Future Gohan's damage is right here, and then we will finish up. Let me know what you guys think of Future Gohan. Again, I think that Future Gohan will be a decent run on a Future Saga team. It's kind of like your 6th or 5th unit. This is the type of sub-EZA who could help out a lot, I think. Like, sort of like free-to-play players and stuff like that, right? Like, just getting an option like this that you have the capability of running who's at least competent is very good, right? Because, again, he's got the support, he's got the dodging, and, I mean, depending upon what fight it is, I mean, he can get to, well, I mean, I guess I could say reasonable damage numbers, but yeah, I mean, well, let's see what he does right here. I mean, this should be a fairly beefy attack stat right here, of course. 12.4, I mean, considering that this guy originally came out in 2016, I will certainly take the 12.4 million attack stat. Absolutely. Alright, this is Protector of Hope, Super Saiyan Gohan Future. His leader skill is Tech Type Key 3 and 100% to stats. Super attack is the Kamehameha, which massively stacks attack, raises defense for 3 turns, and then does supreme damage to the enemy. So every super attack, he will get a permanent 100% attack buff, and then he gets 30% defense for 3 turns. His passive skill, Smoldering Will, he gets 158% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets 158% attack and defense for 5 turns from the start of turn. Then he gets 158% attack and defense when HP is 85% or less. He gets another 58% attack and defense with HP is 58% or less. He gives Future Saga category allies 2 key and 30% attack. And then finally, he gets a high chance to dodge, and in addition, has a 30% chance of being a super if there's an Android or Future Saga category enemy. I think this is perfect for kind of like a sub-EZA, right? Let him support a category, and make him, you know, like have a defensive ability against a certain type of enemy. So it's like if you're fighting an Android enemy or a Future Saga enemy, you know you can just go ahead and bring this guy, and he can at least be reasonable, right? His links are Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Experienced Fighters, Kamehameha, Dismal Future, and Shattering the Limit. 12 key multiplier is 140%. And then finally, Future Gohan is on numerous category teams, although, again, we would want to just pretty much run him with future characters since he has a future support. So he's, of course, on the Hybrid Saiyan team. He's also on the Future Saga category team. Future Gohan is also on the Goku family category team, of course. He's here on the Super Saiyan category team. More Super Saiyan buffs is nice. He's also on Android/Cell Saga. So potentially, this guy could be a character that could help out Dokkan Fest Super Trunks, which is pretty good. Then he's also over here on the Kamehameha category team. Gohan is also on the Bond of Master and Disciple team, so he, of course, is on the 200% by Int Kid Gohan. He's also on the All Out Struggle category team, which we will certainly take. He's on the Connected Hope category. Sure, that's fine. He's also on Bond of Parent and Child, right? Very strong category. And then finally, he's on Earthbred Fighters, which, again, may as well be the strongest category in the game. So there we go. There's this Future Gohan. He's not the craziest ever, but for a sub-EZA level character, I'll definitely take this, right? You know, dodging support unit, that's a W for sure. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.